None of the content is intended to accuse manufacturers of wrongdoing. All the opinions and engineering theories are speculative and presented as possible explanations, not proven causes. You've seen the headlines. Another pistol allegedly discharges on its own. And suddenly you're hearing terms like recall or voluntary upgrade. But what do those terms really mean? Are all unsafe guns recalled? And how do companies handle problems like accidental discharges? In this video, we're breaking down some of the most serious discharge-related firearm issues in the last decade, from SIG Sauer to Taurus to Glock. And we'll show you how manufacturers responded, what it means for you as a gun owner, and how to tell if your firearm is affected. Recall versus voluntary upgrade versus silent fix. Now, let's clear up some confusion first. Recall. A recall is a public admission that a firearm has a defect with a potential safety risk, often under legal pressure. Companies must notify customers and offer a free repair, replacement, or refund. Recalls can also trigger lawsuits and major liability exposure. Voluntary upgrade. These are company-offered improvements without admitting a defect. The issue may still be dangerous, but it's not classified as a defect, often done to reduce legal risk and handle problems quietly. Silent internal fix. Some manufacturers don't even issue an announcement. They just change the design quietly in new production runs. These are usually limited in scope and resolved before mass awareness. So when you hear voluntary upgrade or nothing at all, it doesn't always mean the gun is fine. Sometimes it just means the lawyers are watching. And now let's cover a 10-year timeline of discharge-related firearm issues. Here's a look at the most notable firearm discharge issues in the past 10 years. 1. SIG Sauer P320, 2017 to current. The issue? Discharge when dropped at a rear-angled impact. Reports began January through July of 2017. The response? Voluntary upgrade program, announced August of 2017. The time to response was approximately 6 to 8 months, and it cost an estimated $15+ million in repairs, logistics, and legal fees. Notes? Still under scrutiny today with dozens of lawsuits. Number 2, SIG Sauer P365, 2018. Issue: early production strikers breaking during dry fire. The date range? March through April of 2018 units. Response: silent internal fix. Striker and channel redesigned, no recall or upgrade offered. Time to fix: approximately 1 to 2 months after initial complaints. Cost? Not disclosed. Minimal legal exposure due to limited scope. Notes: later model strikers appear to be reliable. No confirmed discharges linked to this issue. Number 3, Taurus GX4, 2023. The issue? It may discharge when dropped. Reports began early 2023. The response? Safety notice. Not called a recall. Issued May 2023. Time to response? Approximately 4 to 6 months. The cost was likely multi-million-dollar exposure due to free repairs and legal action. Number 4, Walther CCP, 2017. The issue? It could fire when dropped, even with safety engaged. Response? Full recall, issued March 2017. Time to response? Approximately 2 to 3 months. The cost was estimated around $2 to $5 million. Number 5, Walther PPS M2, 2018. The issue? Drop fire vulnerability. Seen a pattern? The response? Recall in late 2018. Time to response? Approximately 4 to 5 months. Cost? Not disclosed. Number 6, Ruger Mark IV, 2017. The issue? Safety defect. Pulling the trigger while switching to safety could cause a discharge. Response? Recall issued June 2017. Time to response? Approximately 6 months. The cost was estimated around $1.5 million. Number 7, FNS 40, 2018. The issue? It could discharge when jostled or dropped. Again. Response: service bulletin only, not a recall. Time to response: it occurred after a law enforcement officer complained. The cost was approximately $1 to $2 million in striker upgrade expenses. Number 8, Henry Repeating Arms 4570 lever rifles 2023. The issue? It could fire if dropped while cocked. Affected units 2016 to 2023 builds. Response: voluntary recall, issued 2023. Time to response was approximately 7 years after first production. The cost? Likely $5 million in coverage. Number 9, Glock 17M. Issue: Indianapolis Metro Police Department Glock 17M slides failing in dry fire tests. Response: voluntary recall. Time to response: 3 to 4 months. It was reported in August of 2016, and Glock had the firearms and was working on a fix in September of 2016. The cost? Not disclosed. Glock has no documented, at least that I can find, discharge-related recalls in decades of service. They've had recalls and voluntary upgrades for other reasons, but they corrected any issues they found before any major problems occurred. If you do know of any, or have any stories as a law enforcement officer or soldier, please put it in the comments below. Now, as you can see, there's been issues with engineering, safeties, and discharges across manufacturers for many years. What it means for gun owners. So what should you take away from all this? If it's a recall, stop using the firearm immediately. Manufacturer is legally obligated to fix it. You're covered by consumer protection laws. If it's a voluntary upgrade, the problem may still be serious. You're not required to take action, but you should. No legal guarantees if you don't send it in. If it's a silent fix, you might not even hear about the issue unless you dig. Buy newer production guns when possible. Check gun forums, press releases, and serial numbers. The gun community can sometimes shrug off these problems, but if your carry gun can fire without a trigger press, that's not paranoia, that's math. Where there's smoke, there's probably fire. If you suspect any issues with your firearm, regardless of the manufacturer, contact them and get it checked out. What it costs manufacturers. Now, these issues aren't just PR nightmares, they're expensive. The SIG P320 is estimated around $15 million plus so far. Taurus GX4, multi-million-dollar legal exposure. Ruger, Walther, and Henry, between $1 and $5 million per recall. And when companies don't act fast, it costs even more in lawsuits, trust, and lives. Recalls, upgrades, silent charges, now you know the difference. And more importantly, you know how to spot the signs. If you carry a gun, train with it, or keep one at home, you owe it to yourself to check the serial number, search for bulletins, and stay current. Think of it like computer or cell phone software updates. Like, share, and subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this, because we believe responsible gun ownership starts with real knowledge. In the comments, let me know, have you ever owned a firearm or accessory that had a recall or voluntary upgrade? How did the company handle it? Check out these other videos to keep on learning, and I'll see you on the next one.